Reality on the ground, the real people, real issues. We're coming to you live, of course, from the UCU Fred Hatch Cancer Institute here in Kampala, Mulago, to be exact. And today we're going to be talking about something to do with the breast cancer. Globally, the rating is actually going high. 23% cancer cases are recorded. And in South Africa, they're saying that by 2030, we're looking at a 23% increment in the cancer cases. And today, we're going to have a talk where one of our very own, the Honorary Consul of the Republic of Uganda to Mumbai, India, His Excellency Agwara Wal, gave us what they call the Hope Express. And for me to have this conversation, I have Dr. Jackson Orem. Nice to see you, Doctor.
Nice seeing you.
A very good morning.
Good morning.
I have
to you.
Dr. Nale Mujisha. Good morning, Sebo.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Dr. Nixon Nyonzima.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now let's start with a simple talk. When we're having a chit chat there, you said there is breast cancer even among men.
Correct.
Let's start with that, Dr. Rim. How true is it, and when did this start? Because personally, I've not seen my guys even being concerned about breast cancer in men.
About 4% of
4%.
breast cancer occur in men.
Wow.
For the simple reason that men also have breast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, we did.
Where there is breast, there must be breast tissue.
Breast tissue, yes.
So
I hear
cancer
you.
occurs in breast tissue. And that's the same for men, for women.
Okay. So for us, it does not hit us with, we don't need to have a lamp or something.
Well, it is similar, only that we do not have the factor that drives the development. That
Okay.
is the hormones. Our hormones are slightly different from that of women. That's the difference.
Wow. I don't know, if you're a man and you're watching from home or wherever you are around the world, you need to go and test for breast cancer and something like that. Dr. Mojisha, today it's a beautiful day. I love this. I love seeing Hope Express, a mobile mammography unit here.
Yes.
What does this mean to the country?
So this means that we will be able to reach people who cannot come here with services.
Look in the camera.
Yes.
When you say those who can't come.
This means that we'll be able to reach those who cannot come here for breast cancer screening
Okay.
in their communities, in the comfort of their homes.
Yeah.
We will drive this bus to that community. People will come to us. We'll give them information about breast cancer and also we'll be able to screen them.
Are we only looking at breast cancer alone? Are we not looking at men fear to go test for cancer, and some women equally have, society gratification doesn't allow them because of the culture. How are we going to go through this?
So how we usually do it is that many times when we go to the community, everyone comes, including men. Now for men, we don't do what we call a mammography for them because our breasts are very small. So for men, we just do a clinical breast exam using our hands. Yeah. But like Dr. Jackson Orem just said, is that the risk for breast cancer in men is much less because our hormones are different from hormones of women. But like he said, men also suffer from breast cancer, and we want to make sure that we don't miss our fathers, our uncles, and our grandfathers out there. So men are also welcome when we drive into a community and we begin screening for breast cancer. And I want to tell the women who are watching that we will also use the same van to screen for cancer of the cervix.
Okay.
Because cancer of the cervix is #1 in this country amongst women.
Yeah.
So we don't want to miss an opportunity to screen these women for cancer of the cervix.
There you go. That is Dr. Mujisha. Dr. Nixon, come closer. Let's be talking. This is when now I'm comfortable. Earlier when I was scared because I had experts dealing with the cancer. Dr. Nixon, fast forward. How many these kind of vans do we need as a country to make sure that our reach of cancer sensitization and screening can be achieved?
I think the biggest need of this country is not necessarily vans, but we need to take cancer care to the population. So this van won't go everywhere, but we need to take the Uganda Cancer Institute to different parts of the country where people can access services. So as you may be aware, we're building regional cancer centers. We plan 4 of them. So if we can have those regional cancer centers, and each of those regional cancer centers has a van or a mammo van that goes out to the community, I think that reaches more people than just having one station in Kampala. So if you can build these cancer centers, each cancer center has maybe 2 vans that can go to that region to screen that population.
Wow.
It would significantly improve, our reach to the population.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
Dr. Riam, you heard what he said. How much, I understand it's like 150,000 US dollars. He says we need like 2 of these mammograph kind of units at different cancer centers nationwide, in different countries, in different regions of the country. Can we afford that as a country?
Well, I think it is all about our strategy. We are not saying that our strategy is to kind of have these mobile vans in all parts of our country. Our strategy is to ensure that services do reach to the lowest level. So in the stopgap, if we can use technologies like this one, so be it. We can do that. But in the long run, we must have a presence at the lowest level.
Yes.
And that means that we should have educational activities that informs people about cancer. In other words, create awareness. We should have also facilities at the lowest level, if possible, at the health center 3 level that can actually attend to the needs of our population. Of course, we are emphasizing here cancer of the breast and cancer of the cervix. That is because these are cancers that are most common in the majority of our underprivileged population that happens to be actually women. So we must attend to their needs. But at the end of the day, we must attend to the need of the entire population in regards to cancer.
I understand.
That is what it means.
But do we have the capacity? Have we trained enough doctors who can actually screen and counsel the people if we want to reach the grassroots? Do we have that capacity as a country to make sure that our doctors are equipped with the information and they can equally go down there and they screen people and someone is not worried, oh, I'm a doctor, I work in Kampala. Can we send a doctor who is trained from here and they work as far as in Toroko or in Kwen district?
That is a very good point. Of course, we have realized that we do not have the capacity as of now. So what we have done, and alongside a thing like this, is going to be a massive training program, targeting all health workers. We have already developed the materials for doing that. We are already also developing the faculties that will be actually administering this. And at the end of the day, we want every health worker, starting from those who are coming out of medical school, those who are in all health training institutions, to be equipped with the knowledge and the expertise to actually handle cancer.
When you say that, I'm really on this because you're at the policy level here. We have big doctors leaving the country. We have a lot of them going to Dubai, in Rwanda to be exact, and the other countries. How are we going to maintain our doctors here that they're actually doing a good job and they're happy about it, and they're not even worried that they can't even bribe, they can't allow a layman to bribe them, that they can give a service?
That is also a very good point. One of the things that should be really made clear is that doctors do not necessarily run away because they are looking for money.
What happens?
They are actually looking for what they can do. So if you can provide them with equipment like what we are having here, you can modernize the service, you can make sure that what they need to do their work is available. They are going to be here. And I think that is what the Uganda Cancer Institute wants to do right now.
So can they be here with meager salaries or with the remuneration that is actually motivating?
That should be something which comes after. Do a good job, get good pay. I think that should be the principle.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Jackson Ariam there, explaining a lot of dynamics. I'm sorry I went hard on you there, but because at the police level. Dr. Mojisha,
yes.
We have a lot of the level of awareness among our population with regards to cancer is still really alarming and appalling, I think, at the same levels. How best can we improve this awareness?
Yeah, thank you very much. So how we are approaching this, we did a study and we found that actually amongst health workers also there are gaps of information about cancer.
Yes.
And we began by training health workers in all districts in this country. And as I speak, actually one of our team members is distributing cancer information materials for health workers. So we want to build capacity amongst our health workers at the lowest level. And then we use these health workers to reach the communities where they work. And why we think this is the way to go is that when we talk about cancer information needs for communities, the needs for the people who live in the Karamoja region are not exactly the needs for people who live in Kisoro. And so we found out that if we are to have appropriate information for them, we need to work with the communities themselves.
Yes.
And the best people placed to work with these communities are the people who work there,
Yes.
who are stationed in those health facilities there. And we believe that this strategy will probably work in a very, very short time.
Okay.
Like Justin was talking about building regional cancer centers. We want by the time our regional cancer centers are functional, they have the support capacity around them to increase awareness, be able to detect those who have suspicious cancers, send them to regional cancer centers, the diagnosis is made, and the care is provided.
Wow.
And Jackson didn't tell you that Uganda Cancer Institute is actually being upgraded into a regional cancer of excellence in the region. And this is part of the same program to make sure we build this capacity here. And you talked about money.
Yes, I talked about money for two reasons, Dr. Mugisha. Just a little one. Babi Chagulanyi, who happens to be the wife to Bobby Wine, went in Tungamo, and the situation she saw there was very appalling. She's from your village. Yes. You see the situation that is there. Yes. Can you tell me a doctor can work in your village?
Yes.
And is like she's not excited about working in Kampala, but she's comfortable where she is. How do we get there?
So this is how we get there. We believe that when we build the regional cancer centers and we build capacity at the lower level health facility, and the doctor is able to be supported to do what they know how to do, then they will be motivated to work there. One of the things that takes away doctors is because they have the skills, they have the expertise, but they don't have what to do with their skills. And so like Dr. Jackson said, if we create what they can do and we have support for them, then we believe that they will actually hunger to work there because they will be serving the need and they have the support to meet the need.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So one of the things that pushes them away is when they make a cancer diagnosis, the patient can't be taken care of and the patient dies. When they see what they should have done is not being done. But we believe that, we'll have a network that these patients can be channeled, treated and taken care of.
Well, there you have it. The conversation we're still having, it's entirely about, of course, the Cancer Institute. We have what we call the mobile mammography unit. Please come closer here. We have the mobile mammography. It's called the Hope Express Breast Cancer Early Detection Saves Life. And Dr. Nixon, I'll come to you about the early detection. Our people don't know the early detection. Some of them don't know the symptoms. They don't know how to have the first symptoms. What are some of those first symptoms that actually show breast cancer?
So I'll start with a few statistics.
Yeah.
So at the Uganda Cancer Institute, an estimated more than 70% of the patients that we see here come with advanced breast cancer. So that is stage 3 and stage 4. And what that means is that you have fewer people that you can save when people come with advanced breast cancer.
Yeah.
So most of the patients that you see will come when they've had their symptoms for 3 years, for 4 years, and they remember to come to the Cancer Institute because it's now so large that they can't live with it. And so really the first symptoms is either pain in the breast, but most commonly it's a swelling in the breast.
Okay.
Now not all swellings are breast cancer, but when you have a swelling, would advise that you go and have your doctor check it out and establish what exactly it is. And if you can get more of our patients coming very early, and that's why we're doing the screening, if you have more patients coming with stage 1 and stage 2, the probability of survival increases drastically compared to those who come in stage 3 and stage 4 disease. So the commonest presentation is usually swelling in the breast.
In the breast.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Atachitegedde kibadde mu lunyanyimba bagambye nti bw'olaba ebbeere nga litandise okubaako obuzimbazimba mu nda eyo. Genda bakukebere temuleeta kookolo ono nga kugamba ng'ali mu mbeera enzibu nga abasawo tebakyasobola basevinga. That's what Dr. Nixon meant. That was for my people down there. Dr. Oriem, back again about this mammograph. We are going to see what is in there. It's just a matter of time. We're going to see how it looks like now. Now, when someone is diagnosed with cancer or they come for screening and testing, do they get treatment there, or what is the next step from there?
Yeah, so the first thing that is going to be done is to screen. That means seeing the possibility that what you have could be cancer, or it may be just something which is actually benign, as we call it. That means it's not causing any concern. Then the next step is for the diagnosis to be confirmed.
Okay.
And that one cannot be done here. That one can be done it cannot be done in a vehicle like this one. Can be done in a laboratory, like in this building.
Yes.
And that maybe can take a couple of days. And then after that, that is when now we are sure what we are dealing with is cancer. For that matter, we should plan how to treat. And from that point now, there is no turning back. We must really focus on managing the disease.
So when someone comes to this mammography unit and they're tested and they're screened rather, and they realize they have cancer, do we have a follow-up plan from you people that you're going to follow up these people? Do you give them, okay, now when you, because I'm taking an example, you are in Kwen district, you've come with a mammograph unit and you're testing people, and someone gets to know, oh, I have cancer. So do you give them like kind of a placard or a small card that when you go to this hospital and you flash this card, they'll know you reached us, and then we actually got this?
Yes, we do have exactly that. And I think the best person who can explain that is Dr. Mugisha.
What you say is the operation? Okay.
So when we find someone who has a suspicious lump, like Dr. Jackson said, we can't confirm the diagnosis from the field out there. So what we usually do, we actually have a referral form that we give them.
Okay.
And we send them to our regional cancer center where they are able to take off a biopsy and then send it to us.
Okay.
Depending on where we are, if it was in Kwen district, like you said, then that means we would have to give this person a referral letter to the nearest hospital where they can have the biopsy done.
Okay.
And then the biopsy is shipped to us. We are able to do the diagnosis and reach the patient and make sure they come in to be treated. Because
is all that free? Because my people...
No. All that is free.
Okay.
I think every viewer needs to know that Uganda Cancer Institute is a government institution.
Yes.
And we provide treatment for free.
Services,
Free services. You don't have to pay money to see any of
because
us.
when I heard you saying we are taking this for biopsy, then we bring it back, I'm like, how would you send it someone to our once because 5K maybe? I'm glad it's free.
Yeah. Probably what people need to know that when it comes to transport from their homes to the hospital, that's not free. That's not provided by us. But when it comes to services from us, they are totally free.
Wow, there you go.
Yes.
Now you and I know how this works. It's free services, and it's something we need to be proud of. I would ask a very simple question here. Would you allow to be diagonized in such a van? You as Dr. Ria.
This van is well equipped. So if it is my mother, even my wife, I would ask her to actually get inside here and get examined.
But do our MPs, can they use such a thing? I've seen them flying out of the country. One time I saw the State Minister of Health and the Minister of Health as well. They were abroad for treatment. Do our political leaders use such equipment?
I think that is now a personal question.
No, because at the policy level.
Yeah.
Do they know that this is happening?
What I can say is that we have the capacity, we have the expertise in this country to manage cancer from the beginning to the end.
Yes.
Of course, there may be glitches here and there, but they are not so gross. And if there is anything that we are lacking, we also have the sense of actually telling that this is what we cannot manage, this actually warrants going outside. And there's a system for doing that.
There is a system for doing that.
Yeah.
Dr. Rim, a quick one. He highlighted something to do with the regional, the Uganda Cancer Institute. At the regional level, it's performing best. What does this mean to us as a nation?
Well, I always say that it is very easy for people not to see what is within their vicinity and take advantage of.
Jesus has never believed in that.
Exactly, and yet other people are seeing. Yeah, so there is a lot of potential that people are seeing in the Uganda Cancer Institute. And as I talk now, in the entire East Africa region, there is no cancer center that actually has the kind of background, the capacity, and also the potential that the Uganda Cancer Institute has. Wow. And that's the reason why it has been selected as the East Africa Center of Excellence for Oncology.
Doesn't this mean that we are having more influx from the other countries coming here for diagnosis and medication?
No, that's true. We treat people from as far as, South Sudan, Congo, but majority of the patients we treat are definitely Ugandans.
Yes.
And just a comment about our politicians going abroad, I think that's part of what NTV is helping us do.
Yes.
To make sure this information gets to
out,
them.
yeah.
And I want to say this with confidence that many of our politicians have been treated here and are doing very well. Of course, I can't mention names.
Yes.
on air,
Client confidentiality.
but I'm sure if they are listening or they are viewing us, they are very happy that I'm saying so.
Yes.
So it's important that also our politicians can know. They can come and check out what we are doing and even assess and compare with where they have been.
Where they have been.
Yes,
We
because
have
those
the
who have
best
been
facility
there
here.
and have come here and said, why did I even bother to go to the UK?
There is lots of money that goes out
yes.
there. All right, on a daily basis, Dr. Mojisha, how many patients check in with just checkup and maybe they just realize they have it?
Yeah, so every day of the week we see close to 50 people
New
in
cases?
the cancer screening clinic. No.
Oh, I was
yes.
worried.
And out of those, we probably will find like 5 with suspected cancers. When we go down and we try to make a diagnosis, every day we could find in the screening clinic 3 to 5 people with cancer.
Wow.
But just to add,
Yes, Dr.
on the number of new patients, for breast cancer, we see about 15 new breast cancer patients every week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Yes, it is.
Well, there you have it. Now that will take us for a short commercial break as we get ready to get into the mammograph unit. It's a mobile one. It's one of its kind. We already had an old one, but this is something new we need to celebrate. And it was given to us. It's an initiative from the Honorary Council of the Republic of Uganda to Mumbai in India. His Excellency Madhusudan Argwal. This is part of Uganda-India kind of relationship that is actually bringing all these. So we'll take a short break and then we'll be back shortly. We're still having a conversation with Dr. Mojisha, Dr. Riem, and of course Dr. Nixon. This is Morning at 10 TV.